So yeah, I got one of these stupid things. Finally. So this is not going to be one of those cancer videos that you see on YouTube all the time about these stupid little turd stain things. What I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to put this to good use. I'm not just going to use it as what it's designed for. I'm actually going to convert this into an RC of some type. What I'm thinking of using this thing for, since the ball bearing in the middle spins relatively freely and for a good long time if you give it enough of a torque, I'm thinking, why don't I convert this into an auto gyro? So, as of right now, I'm just going to build a proof of concept auto gyro to see what will happen. Flight Test has already made an auto gyro that works already, but they use two of these little turd spinners. What I actually want to do is I want to take this little turd spinner and actually convert it into one of these, a single blade or a single rotor auto gyro. So thanks to Google, I have a lot of designs I can work off of. And like I said, I'm going to try and convert it into it. I'm just going to try and make a one rotor spinner. One rotor auto gyro. I'm thinking something in the realms of the old-fashioned type. Something like this one right here, if Google decides to load it up. I'm thinking something like this. The main rotor, and then just the tail system. What I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to have one big long elevator, and then I'm going to have some pretty tall rudders. And then hopefully down the road, if it works as just a simple glider, I'll actually hopefully get the actual flight test get the stuff from flight test and actually get it to fly. But right now, I'm just going to start off with a proof of concept to see if I can get this to work as just a simple one rotor system, and if I can get the glide. So throughout the building process, I'm going to pop in every now and then to show how far I've gone, and show how it's coming along. So it's probably going to take me a few hours to get this thing designed out, to get a simple design build it and whatnot, and mount the turd spinner and everything else. So I'll come back when I see fit. Alright, so here I got the hub. And luckily, due to the ball bearing inside this little fidget toilet spinner thingamabob, it's been incredibly easy. So yeah, this will be the perfect hub for my RC auto gyro. Now I don't know how big it's going to be, but even though this hub is pretty freaking big, the actual size of the auto gyro probably won't be that big. But I'm now going to put the blades together. I'm going to try and make this a 3-bladed auto gyro, but I also have little hash marks, so I can easily convert this thing into a 4-bladed gyrocopter if I can't figure out how to get the 3 blades to work correctly. But hopefully I can use the end of the fidget spinner to actually line up the blades correctly. So I'll come back when I get the blades on. Alright, so I got the blades on now. They're held in just by simple popsicle sticks. Now, since this is the test model, or the test and see if it'll spin, I have them extra long and held in by popsicle sticks, like I said. When I go to build the finalized model, or when I go to build the actual body and figure out what I need to do, I'll end up probably cutting the blades down to probably about here. That way so they're not as big. But for right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go outside and see if this thing actually spins up. If it spins up, I'll go from there. Okay, so I'm outside. I got a cat following me and there's wind. As you can tell, the weaponized autism is actually spinning. The reason why I'm calling it weaponized autism is because if I get this thing built before the 4th of July and actually get the RC components, I'm going to put fireworks on this thing and fly it around and shoot fireworks from it. As you can tell, there's just wind blowing, and it's already it's just spinning. You can tell by the trees right there being bent. But yeah, my simple, ugly design to make an auto gyro actually works, and I'm very amazed that the blades spin the way they do. And they actually and when I actually really spin up or just start moving, these blades really flex. Ow! Ah, poo! I broke it. Well, that sucks. And I kind of feeling this area right here was going to be a weak point. But hey, at least the weaponized autism worked for a little while until I broke it. Oh, that sucks. Actually, I was legitimately amazed it worked. Crap. Now I gotta repair it. You want to help me out, Bandit? Huh? You want to help me? Okay, you can start by pooing on the on the spinner. Or rub up against it and scratch it. Alright, well, I'm gonna go and repair the thing and reinforce certain areas and come back. Alright, I want to apologize ahead of time. I am sorry if I offended anyone that when I use the word weaponized autism. I do in fact also have autism, so the only reason why I'm using it is ever since I saw Peter's what he did with his fidget spinner and made it into an actual gun. Ow, 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 ow! Cat! Those are claws! Stop clawing on my feet. I've been starting to call these things weaponized autism due to that video, but again, I'm sorry if I offended anyone. And as you can tell, I got my repair kitty with me. He just repaired my leg, didn't you, jerk? And I've reinforced the blade connections, and I also have a bigger, longer pole now, so I can actually go farther out. So let me figure out how the heck I'm gonna do this video. I think I'm gonna put my phone in the left hand, and put my spinner in the other hand. So as you can tell, when I go this way, it doesn't spin that much. But when I point it towards the wind, and I'm just walking, it spins up real quick. So if I put this at the more of a proper angle for a gyrocopter, which I'll probably have at about this angle right here, it spins up pretty well. So it looks like for a proper spin up of my gyrocopter, I gotta have the blades at this angle right here. That way, so they can grab the most wind, and they'll spin up the easiest. But like I said, this is just the start of this gyrocopter. So I'm still learning how to exactly get this thing properly built. Though I'm thinking I may keep the blades as tall as they are. Oh, here's Foots. You're gonna claw on my feet next, aren't you? And great, I got the whole crew with me now too. Well, I think I'm gonna call this part an end. I may do a separate. Well, I know I'm gonna do a separate video. Probably next day or so, I'll have the body built for this thing. And well, actually, I might build it tonight, but I want to get this video uploaded just to say that, hey, I'm actually doing something that's actually interesting when it comes to a fidget spinner. I'm actually doing something that's very creative, unlike most videos where you're just spinning these stupid things. Other than Peter's video where he actually did something pretty freaking cool with them. And of course, why do I need a fidget spinner? I got cats among us next to fish. Poor Footsie has no idea what to do. Neither does Abby. Poor Abby. Alright, I'm going to end this video before it gets too long. Alright, I lied. I got one more video, or one more part to this video. So what I ended up doing was I ended up cutting the blade size down, and I found that it actually spins up a lot more nicer. And the other thing I found out was that the bent area right here is the actual leading edge, which I actually find pretty interesting. So what I'm going to end up doing is that when I go to rebuild this thing, I'm going to use a stronger foam board for the hub, and I'm going to basically double or triple the hub. That way, so unfortunately, I'll be hiding the fidget spinner. I really don't want to hide it, but due to the rigidity I need, I'm going to hide the fidget spinner. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make these blades as long as they are right now. But what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to actually increase the size of this right here by probably about this much, and actually have the slope be a little less. That way, so this thing can be at a be around about this angle right here whenever I do hand launches, and it can be able to provide more than enough lift to actually get the thing to spin. And as you can tell, and this right here is kind of one of the reasons why I like these little fidget spinners for what I'm doing. My fan is spinning, and even though the airflow is very small, it's still enough to actually get this fidget spinner to actually spin like this. So this thing already has more than enough airflow to get the thing to spin. I just gotta improve on it and make sure that when I go to build the actual model or build the actual auto gyro, that everything's actually going to work like it should. So tomorrow or the next day, I'll have another video up about with a re-improved hub and blade system, and maybe an actual, maybe even an actual body and an actual autocopter frame to actually show you what the thing's going to look like. But yeah, that's video 1 of part. I have no idea how long this is going to build.